Welcome back to the Senior Health Podcast. I want to start with a simple question for everyone listening. Have you ever stepped out of your evening shower feeling clean, relaxed, and ready for bed, only to find yourself tossing and turning instead? Many of my older patients tell me they struggle with poor sleep, morning dizziness, or unexplained fatigue, and few ever connect it to something as ordinary as their shower routine. Tonight, we're exploring how daily bathing, something most of us never question, can affect blood pressure, heart health, and sleep after the age of 60. And to help guide us, I'm joined by my respected friend, Dr. Hinohara, who brings both decades of medical experience and the wisdom of traditional Japanese medicine. Dr. Gi, welcome back.
Thank you, Dr. John. It is always a gift to share what the years have taught me. In Japan, we say, the body is a garden. What you water at night will bloom by morning. A shower is not just water on the skin. It is a signal to the body, a message carried through nerves and vessels. When we are young, the body forgives our timing and temperature, but after 60, the body listens more closely, and the smallest signal can ripple into the night.
That's beautiful and humbling. Most people think of a shower as harmless, even healing. But from a Western medical standpoint, I can see how sudden changes in temperature or timing might stress the cardiovascular system. Could you explain why this matters more as we age?
Yes, after 60, the skin becomes thinner, blood vessels lose flexibility, and the nervous system grows more sensitive. What once felt calming may now jolt the body into alertness. A hot shower late at night, for example, can raise cortisol, spike blood pressure, and block melatonin, the hormone of sleep. The body desires rhythm, not shock. If we give it disruption instead of calm, the night becomes restless, and the heart works harder than it should.
That connects with what I see in my patients. Some of them wake dizzy in the morning, or they say their heart feels like it's racing when they wake up. Many assume it's just medication side effects or aging. But you're saying the shower itself could be part of the problem?
Exactly. I once treated a man in his 70s who complained of morning headaches and fatigue. He thought it was his blood pressure pills. But we discovered he was taking scalding showers at 10:30 at night and going straight to bed. Once he adjusted, using warm, not hot water, and bathing an hour earlier, his sleep returned, and his blood pressure stabilized. Sometimes the solution is not more medicine, but better rhythm.
That's remarkable. It makes me realize how often we overlook simple habits in favor of complex treatments. I'd like us to go deeper into this. What are the most common mistakes you see seniors making with their showers?
There are several, but let us begin with the most serious. The first mistake is showering too hot, too late, and too fast. The second is scrubbing the skin harshly with strong soaps. And the third is rushing through the process as if it were just a task. Each of these habits disturbs the body's natural defenses and rhythm.
Let's take them one at a time. Starting with the first, hot, late, and fast showers. From a scientific view, I know extreme heat dilates blood vessels and the sudden cooling afterward forces them to constrict. That shift can strain the heart, especially in older adults. But it sounds like you're also saying it confuses the nervous system.
Yes. The body is like a bell. Strike it sharply before bed, and it will keep ringing long after the room grows quiet. The nervous system hears the heat as urgency, not calm. Instead of sinking into rest, the brain is told to stay alert. This is why so many elders lie awake, unaware that the problem began not in the bedroom, but in the bathroom.
That's a powerful image, the body as a bell. I think this is a perfect moment to pause because I want to unpack the other mistakes as well. So, the first mistake is taking showers that are too hot, too late, and too rushed. The second mistake you mentioned was scrubbing too hard and using harsh soaps. Many of my patients believe the cleaner their skin feels, the healthier they are. But I've also seen dry, itchy, inflamed skin in older adults who bathe too often or use antibacterial washes. What happens to the skin barrier in those cases?
The skin is not just a covering, it is a shield, a living organ. On its surface lives a delicate community of oils, microbes, and peptides that guard us against infection and inflammation. After 60, that shield grows thinner. When we scrub too strongly or use chemical soaps, we strip away the very defenders that keep the body balanced. A patient once told me, "I wash until it squeaks." But health does not live in squeaks. Health lives in harmony.
That resonates with recent dermatology studies I've read. They show that overwashing disrupts the microbiome and makes skin more vulnerable to eczema, infections, even systemic inflammation. So, what feels like discipline, scrubbing harder, can actually weaken immunity.
Yes, in traditional Japanese medicine, we believe the outer shield reflects the inner state. When the skin barrier breaks, the body wastes energy repairing instead of resting. For elders, that lost energy can mean weaker sleep, poor digestion, or lowered resilience against illness.
That brings us to the third mistake you mentioned, rushing. I think we're all guilty of that. We treat the shower like a chore, something to finish quickly. Why is rushing especially harmful after 60?
Because rushing is a form of stress. The nervous system cannot tell the difference between hurrying through traffic and hurrying underwater. When you move quickly, breath shallow and mind scattered, you activate the body's fight or flight mode. For elders, this means higher blood pressure, restless sleep, and a heart that cannot fully relax. In Japan, bathing is not only cleansing, it is a ritual of slowing down. We often sit while washing, breathe deeply, and end with silence. These are not luxuries, they are signals. They tell the body, you are safe. And when the body feels safe, healing begins.
That's profound. In Western medicine, we know that engaging the parasympathetic nervous system lowers heart rate and blood pressure, preparing the brain for sleep. What you're describing is a traditional method of activating the same system through ritual and slowness instead of medication.
Exactly. Modern science gives names. Parasympathetic, cortisol, melatonin. Ancient practice gave rhythm and story. But both point to the same truth. The body heals when it feels calm.
So, if someone listening at home wants to shift their shower from stressful to healing, what do you recommend as the right approach?
First, timing. Take your shower at least an hour before sleep. Second, temperature. Warm, not hot. Think of spring water, not boiling water. Third, breathing. Slow through the nose and steady, like waves against the shore. And last, allow a pause afterward. Do not rush into bright lights or screens. Sit quietly for a few minutes. Let the body cool gently.
That's very practical and it bridges beautifully with the science. I know research shows that cooling after a warm shower helps trigger melatonin release, which prepares the body for sleep. So, the traditional advice, warm but not scalding water with time to cool down, matches exactly what the data suggests.
Yes. When tradition and science meet, the message becomes stronger. Both remind us it is not effort that heals, but rhythm.
Dr. Gee, I'd love if you could share a story from your own patients, something that shows how these small changes in shower habits can transform someone's health.
Yes, one comes to mind. A woman of 82 came to me, weary from sleepless nights. She bathed twice a day, always with very hot water, and scrubbed her skin until it turned red. She believed this was discipline, but her body was exhausted. Her skin was dry, her immune system weak, and she suffered from constant sinus infections. I asked her to soften her approach, to bathe once daily with warm water, to use gentle cleansing instead of harsh soap, and afterward to rest quietly with dim light. Within weeks, her sleep deepened, her skin healed, and even her digestion improved. She told me, "Doctor, I feel as though my body has forgiven me." It was not medicine she needed, but rhythm.
That's moving. And it shows how what we often consider aging may just be years of habits that no longer serve us. By restoring rhythm, we restore health.
Yes, aging is not only the body wearing down, it is also the body asking for gentler care.
For those listening at home, let's turn this into a simple plan. If you're over 60, here's what you can try tonight. Shower at least an hour before bed. Use warm water, not hot. Breathe slowly and deeply while bathing. Avoid harsh soaps or scrubbing too strongly. Afterward, take a quiet pause. Sit, dim the lights, and let your body cool naturally. These are small steps, but together they protect your skin, calm your heart, and prepare your brain for restorative sleep.
I would add one more thought. If you wish, finish with a splash of cool water on the feet. In Japanese tradition, this helps the body release the day's heat and invites the night's rest. It is simple, gentle, and deeply calming.
Beautiful. It's practical and poetic at the same time.
In Japan, we say, when the day ends in calm, the night becomes a healer. If you listen closely, even your shower can speak this language.
Thank you, Dr. Gee, for sharing your wisdom. And to everyone listening, try just one of these changes tonight. Notice how your body responds. Let us know what you experience after a week.
Yes, healing does not always come from doing more. Often it comes from doing less, but with greater care.
That's a wonderful note to end on. This has been the Senior Health Podcast. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, take care of yourselves with rhythm and respect.